If you're getting married, you're gonna wanna save this video or share it with a friend that is getting married. Here are 5 cringeworthy wedding disasters and how you can avoid them. Number 1, the never-ending speech. There's always that one person, maybe Uncle Raj, that steps up, is about to do a 30-second speech and it turns into 30 minutes. This is the all-time wedding killer. To ensure this doesn't happen at your wedding, ensure that everybody that's giving a speech has practiced their speech at home and has actually timed it on a stopwatch to make sure they don't go over the time that you've allotted them. Pro tip, if you have a professional wedding MC, they can help alleviate the pain should this person go longer than they need to by getting them off the mic in a respectful manner. Number 2, an empty dance floor. There's nothing worse than having a dance floor that feels like a high school dance where literally nobody is dancing. Here's how to fix it. Have a talk with your DJ before the party starts and before you even book them to ensure that they understand the type of music your guests are expecting. To take it a step further, make sure the DJ can mix the different types of genres of music you're hoping for your big day. Finally, if your MC is a hype man, they might be able to also help with hyping up the crowd during the dead times. Number 3 is the wedding kiss fails. Some couples rush it and it just feels a bit awkward, and some couples get a little bit too passionate. You're gonna wanna avoid both of those scenarios, so practice that perfect kiss and keep it PG. Number 4, the photo struggle. Some couples want a picture with every person in the audience. There's a right way and a wrong way to do this. The worst case scenario is your photographer is now stuck trying to find the people or the tables to come get group photos with the bride and groom. Unfortunately, those people are out taking photos of their own, or they're getting drinks at the bar or in their washroom, and before you know it, 2 hours have been spent just trying to wrangle people up to get the right photos. Here's a fix. You could have a photo wrangler. This is maybe a friend or a family member who's responsible for going and finding the group of people whose turn it is to take that photo. Another option is to do photos by table number. So for example, if you're having a buffet dinner, you could send each table up to go get a photo with the couple on stage if that's what you want, and then after they've got their photo, that table moves on to the buffet dinner. This works especially well with buffets because it ensures that you don't have a lineup of 250 people at the buffet table all at once, and you've also solved the problem of getting a photo with every single person in the room at the same time. Number 5 is the cake cutting that goes wrong. There's a couple of things to note here. You're gonna wanna be careful with getting your cake set up. Believe it or not, there have been weddings where there's been, let's say, a really fancy cake, 5 tiers high, and on the way of bringing it in, it falls over, or somebody is walking by the cake and they knock it over. There's literally tons of videos of this happening on the internet. You can look them up yourself. So avoid this mistake by ensuring that your cake is set up in advance, well before the guests get there, and it's set up in a spot where it's low traffic in general. Also, other things to consider is when you're done cutting the cake, you have someone assigned from the venue to perhaps either move it to the side or take it to the back so no other accidents can happen. While we're on the topic of cakes, you're gonna want to make sure that your wedding planner has ensured that a knife is available at the table so that when you get up there to cut the cake, you're not awkwardly looking around hoping for someone to bring you a knife at that last moment. Here's a bonus tip to avoid awkward moments at your wedding. Have a backup plan and ensure your MC has a backup plan should something goes wrong. So for example, maybe somebody's supposed to come up and give a speech, or maybe there's some dance performers that are to come up and do a performance, only to realize that when you introduce that speech giver or the dance performers, they need an extra 7 minutes. Maybe they have to run and get the speech from the card because they forgot it. Maybe the dance performers are still changing and they're not ready. What do you do in this awkward moment where you face the situation where whatever's happening was unexpected? If your MC has a backup plan or a game in their back pocket that they can bring out in case of an emergency, you'll be set. The MC can do that bit without the guests being any wiser. And when it's time to move on with the program, the MC can wrap up and go right back into the scheduled program. If you've made it here, follow for more value.